if you look at this new wave of technology and how it's different than the previous wave, I think the main difference is that if the previous wave was, you kind of look at computing on a flat screen, on a computer or mobile device, but still flat. So it's taking 3D information, real life information, and projecting it on a two-dimensional screen. And that's not fully intuitive for humans. I mean, we learn how to use a mouse, we learn how to use touch, but it's still not like interacting with the real world. And with AR and VR and related technologies, it's spatial in the sense that you move in the world and you interact with things just like you would do in the real world. So kind of like that 1968 demo where you had an object and you look at it from different angles and it would behave just like a real object. That's kind of what really separates it. And there's a bunch of things that come with it. It's not just the display, it's also the interaction. You want to be able to sense the environment, to perceive what's happening around you in a three-dimensional sense, right? So you want to understand shapes and objects in the room and understand what they are. And that makes it spatial. And then the other thing is spatial sound, which we're starting to see a lot of that coming out, even with the Apple iPods Pro, where they're now introducing spatial sound, so you can actually hear where it's coming in the room, and that's another important aspect of spatial computing, because you want to be immersed in a spatial perspective with all your senses, not just the eyesight, but sound and touch and haptics and all these kind of things. So that's kind of why I think spatial computing is probably the best term to describe, as an umbrella term to describe this new paradigm and how it's different